So Brian, today we're talking about workspace ergonomics. Sounds like a big deal, and it is a big deal in that it can really affect one's body. If you are sitting too long in one position, or we've all heard about carpal tunnel syndrome and all that good stuff. What part of the body is most affected by sitting all day at work?
What I've seen in the clinic is mostly just like you kind of touched on, your carpal tunnel, wrist pain, elbow pain, neck pain and low back pain, and some shoulder pain.
Yeah, I'm lucky enough that I can get up and move around at work, but I know a lot of people who are stuck sitting and end up with a lot of that pain. So what are some tips for relieving that pain or helping to at least lessen that pain if you do have to sit all day at work?
Well, I think first off, you got to first start with the seating. If the seating's off, the whole workstation will be off. So I would first start with make sure that support in the back, the lumbar support, comfortably supports the low back.
Yeah.
And then I would adjust the seat height as well as the seat back so that it puts your hips and your knees at 90 to 110 degrees. And then adjust also the seat width, or depth, that so you have 3 to 4 finger widths right behind the back of your leg, and that your feet are flat on the floor or supported on a support. Okay, so it really is a matter of when you sit down, check yourself out. Look at your knees and check out your back. And if it's a matter of bringing in a pillow or supports, your coworkers are probably going to laugh at you. Yeah, let's be real. Yeah. But when it comes down to it, you're going to be the one who's more comfortable throughout the day. Correct.
So do you recommend also getting up throughout the day as much as possible?
Yes, that's a great idea. I often put objects that I don't use as often, such as printers, scanners, and that, a little bit of distance away from the workstation, so you have to get up throughout the day to change position and increase the blood flow and whatnot. Second of all, I would adjust the documentation holder as well as a monitor just in your line of sight so that you flex your head no more than 0 to 15, 20 degrees. Okay. I would adjust the mouse as well as the keyboard height so that your arms are comfortably resting on your chair. Armrest, as well as they've got nice new mouse and keyboard support so that you can keep your elbows at about 90 degrees and your wrists kind of in a neutral position. Okay. Take a lot of pressure off. As well as they've come up with some great headsets. If you're in an office that you use the phone quite often, I think that using a handless headset really minimizes how much stress is actually put on the neck.
It's amazing to think of all of the different things that they've come up with as I'm listening to you talk, because if you go without those things, you really are affected. If you haven't been using all of those tools, can you come into IPT and sort of do some physical therapy to get some of those kinks worked out?
You sure can. There's always things that you can reverse the stresses that you have on throughout the day. For instance, you probably want to be doing some passive wrist extension and flexion for your elbow and your wrist. You can also do some cervical retraction for your neck, and some extension for your lumbar spine. Those are things that will help, coupled with some of the ergonomic changes, to greatly improve your comfort throughout the day, actually make you more of a productive employee because you feel better.
So if you have done those exercises and you're still feeling a little bit of pain, you can always come in and do some more here at one of the locations.
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely get a hold of us at any of our 10 locations for your existing aches and pains, or if you find that you have an issue with your workstation, you contact our industrial department, which would be more than happy to come out to your workplace and do an on-site evaluation. Just have to get a hold of us at indianapt.com.
Fantastic. Well, be sure that if you are at work, you are as comfortable as can be, and if you do have some aches and pains, you can always give them a call here at IPT, have them check out your workplace, or come in and have them evaluate how you are feeling, because you're at work all day, every day, and you may as well be comfortable. Give them a call today at IPT, and we will be right back on Insight.